Welcome back to the Crochet Karate. My friends over at Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. This has been designed by Catherine Ang of Red Heart Yarns, and what we're going to be doing over the next week, and depending on when you find this video of course, is that we're going to do one motif, and there's a total of 7 of them, so we're gonna do 7 days of snowflakes here on the Crochet Crowd. So we're gonna be starting off with the simpler ones and then get ourselves to the larger. The neat thing about this one is that the small motifs, the very small ones, there's 10 of those, but the rest of them, there's only 2 of each of the other sizes, so it makes it for a nice quick and easy project. So this is a very large frame. It's 28.5 inches by 42.5 inches, and I think it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna be using Caron 1 pound today. I'm gonna use a 4mm size G6 hook, and we're going to begin and we're gonna get ourselves started with our next snowflake. One more thing before I let you go and we go and do all these different motifs. On our website, if you follow the link in the more information of this video, you're gonna find all 7 together in this same article. Also I have a couple tutorials on how to harden up snowflakes, so maybe you wanna make this into a decor like for your Christmas tree. You can do that, and we have all that. So without further ado, now let's really begin. Let's move along in our journey. We're gonna do the small snowflake doily number 2, and this is going to look like this. So it's gonna be neat. So we're going to get a little bit bigger than the last one, and it's pretty easy to do. So there's 5 rounds that we're gonna do today, and let's get started with our yarn, a Caron 1 pound. So let's begin with the slip knot, and we are going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now insert the hook into the beginning chain, and then yarning over, pulling it through, and you're gonna have a nice tight center ring. Now when you go to do round number 1, you wanna keep the straggler so that it's going around that ring so that it gets stuck underneath. Let's move along to round number 1. Round number 1, we're gonna chain up 1, and in the center of that ring I need you to put in 12 single crochets. So let's count those together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, go right up over top of that straggler, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm running out of space, so I'm just gonna reef on it and make more space. So I had 8 done so far. 8, it's gonna be a tight one. So 9, 10, 11, and 12. And if you're not sure where to put your first one back in there, you just can count it back from behind the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So even though I'm experienced, I still always count that, and I'm just gonna slip stitch. If you've gone over top of that straggler, I want you to get rid of it now, and then we're gonna move on to round number 2. Round number 2, nice and easy. So we're gonna chain up 1, and in the same one you did the join, I want you to do a single crochet. So after you've done that, then I want you to chain 1. So then in the next single crochet, just single crochet, and then chain 1. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. Keep doing that all the way around. So you're looking for 12 chain 1 spaces and 12 single crochets to appear, and we'll count that in just a moment. So I'm getting close, and this is the last one, and I can tell because of my experience, but also you can count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and don't forget the chain 1 and then join it to the first single crochet that you started with. That was round number 2. So to start round number 3, we're going to go to the first chain 1 space. So just slip stitch over, and then we're gonna begin, and we're gonna chain a total of 6. This will count as a double crochet. So let's just start the first 3. So 1, 2, 3, that's a double crochet, and then do the other 3 that are left. So 4, 5, and 6. So that'll be a chain 3 space. Now skipping to the next chain 1 space here, you're going to double crochet. So wrap the hook and go right into the chain 1 space and double crochet, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go to the next chain 1 space and double crochet. And I want you to do that all the way around. This is round number 3, a nice easy one. So it's just double crochets in the chain 1 spaces with chain 3s that separate them out. You're gonna be looking for 12 chain 3 spaces by the time you're done this round. So please do that. This is round number 3. When I get all the way back around, I've got my last double crochet in there. Don't forget the chain 3 first, and then slip stitch to the third chain up of the beginning chain 6. So you should be able to see 12 of these gapping spaces going all the way around. This is round number 3. So let's move along to round number 4. Let's move on to round number 4. We're going to slip stitch to the chain 3 space, and what we want to do is that we want to chain 1 and single crochet into that same chain 3 space. So one single crochet, then you need to chain 2 and then single crochet. Now you're going to come into the next space and do what is called as a shell. So the shell will be 2 double crochets first, so 1 and 2, and then chain 2 and then 2 more double crochet, just like that. So then the next chain space here, the next chain 3 is going to be a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then the next space is going to be that shell again. So it's going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet, and I want you to repeat that going all the way around. So every other space is something different, so whether it's the shells or the other stitch work. So please do that all the way around. If you're following the pattern as stated, the last chain 3 space will be a shell, and then you'll be joining that to the first single crochet that you started with. Okay, so just join into that one, and then we're going to move on to the final round, number 5. Okay, let's begin number 5, the final round. So you're just going to slip stitch to the chain space, what's next, and chain 1, and you're going to single crochet and then chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in the same spot. Now in order to get to this here in between the shell, you have to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and in the shell, in the chain 2 of the shell, you are going to apply a single crochet and a half double crochet, and then you are going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're in the same spot, you're going to do a half double crochet and then a single crochet. In order to jump to the next space here, you got to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. So let's review. So in here, okay, you're going to single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet, and then you're going to come to the shell. So in order to get there, you have to chain 3 first, and then in the shell it's going to be a single crochet, a half double crochet, chain 4, and then you're going to go smaller in the same spot. So a half double crochet and single crochet, and then jump. So chain 3 to jump to the next space. So it's single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and I'll show you one more time. So in order to get to the shell, you have to chain 3 to get over there, and then you're going to single crochet, half double crochet, chain 4, and then half double crochet and single, and then chain 3 to jump. So please do that for the remaining of this particular snowflake, and that's going to be the conclusion of today's version. When you get all the way back around, the last one is going to be in the major shell, and then chain 3, and then just join it to the first single crochet, and you're going to finish this off like you did with the rest of them. Just snip the yarn and pull through, and then to absolutely get rid of it, you want to use a tapestry needle and feed it through, and then you just got to go back and forth 3 times. So just going in once, twice, and the 3rd time is a charm. So in and out 3 times, you're good to go, and then you just got to shape it, and this would be how you would do this one. This is a small doily flake, snowflake, the small doily snowflake number 2, and we're going to be moving on in our series next.